It has come to my attention that some of you who work for the New World Order think that I'm funny and what I'm doing is funny. Well, I'm going to give you about 100,000 reasons why it's not funny in 3 videos.
The people in charge are Nazi sympathizers because they believe in the same sentiments and philosophies that the Nazis do. Whether or not they believe in putting people in camps and killing people violently, they believe in the same philosophies and sentiments. Now, I'll start with the definition of a mental disorder. A mental disorder or psychiatric disorder is a psychological term for a mental or behavioral pattern or anomaly that causes distress or disability, and which is not developmentally or socially normative. Mental disorders are generally defined by a combination of how a person feels, thinks, acts, or perceives. Social norms from Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Social norms, the customary rules that govern behavior in groups and societies, have been extensively studied in the social sciences. These social norms are usually set by Ivy League schools, whose membership is made up of people from the white privileged class like Hillary Clinton, and people like that, and the nerds who side with them for money.
Notice I brought up Hillary Clinton. This is way before, that she's become the most viable candidate for president. But this is after she went head-to-head with Obama, I believe. Yeah, 2013, yeah.
Because someone's a nerd doesn't mean that they have morals and principles and ethics and values. Now, I'd like to go to the timeline and end it there, since each video will be under 2 minutes and very articulate and calm, so my enemies have no excuse. Also, my sources will be stated in the comments. 1808, Johann Christian Rehl coins the term psychiatry. Okay, remember, these are the people who define things, who coined the terms. German Emil Kraepelin in 1875 coins the term manic depressive, which later becomes bipolar disorder. 1939 to 45, World War II, Nazi science experiments on Jews for the advancement of psychiatry. 1965, Franz Kallmann, who studied under famous Nazi scientists before World War II, who pioneered the genetic basis for mental disorders, dies. 1987, Prozac is approved, and in 1989, the Berlin Wall comes down. America is done looting Nazi science, including psychiatric experiments.
So that's 2,000 reasons so far. Here is another 33,000 plus reasons. Remember, these views have been frozen. It's been at that for a long time now. And what does it say at the beginning of this video? Psychiatry is the #1 cause of death in teens. Psychology in adults. Can you prove otherwise? Bet you can't. And what do we have here? Another 10,000 reasons why it's not funny. And what do I say in this one?
Hello, my name is Chukwu Emeka. I am a champion, a great warrior, martial artist of over 15 years. And I'm here to tell you that the right way to go in life is to use your mind. And they are trying to divide us. They're using psychiatry on teens to kill them the most, on little babies, abortion. Psychology got gang violence, turning people against each other. It's a dog-eat-dog market, and almost all of them are. It's very sad. A champion like me from the ring, who's raised with, values of greatness and nobility, and how to fight, like a gentleman. Fair play. And it's very sad for me to see this breakdown of, humanity, and how I know we can do much better. So here I am asking all of you to help unite against those who are against us, those in power, the corrupt shrinks, the corrupt bankers, the media, those who want to force us to do ill things and call it color of law, code of law, regulations, law and order. We want to keep the order, the white man's power structure and the order within, and that's what the pyramid symbolizes. The $1 bill, one world order. We have the triangle, the Osing eye on top. I ask all of you to get with us, the cult of our horror kitty. We're going to play two video clips. One is David Rockefeller talking about how our advancements in technology have allowed for a higher average lifespan, which he sees as negative because we have a limited amount of resources. The other is really telling you what I've been saying already from another documentary called Ma'afa, Part 6.
The real answer was abortion. Since 1973, legal abortion has killed more African Americans than AIDS, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and violent crime combined. Every week, more blacks die in American abortion clinics than were killed in the entire Vietnam War. And the largest chain of abortion clinics in the United States is operated by Planned Parenthood.
We have now reached a point in this country that African American women, though they make up 12% of the population, they account for 37% of the abortions. An African American baby is almost 5 times more likely to be aborted than a white child.
However, the very innovations that are making possible dramatic improvements in human well-being are also creating new problems which raise the specter of an alarming and possibly catastrophic disaster to the biosphere we live in. And herein lies the dilemma that we all face. Let me illustrate. Improved public health has caused the world's infant mortality rate to decline by 60% over the last 40 years. In the same period, the world's average life expectancy has increased from 46 years in 1950s to 63 years today. This is a development which, as individuals, we can only applaud. However, the result of these positive measures is a world population that has risen during the same short period of time geometrically to almost 6 billion people and could easily exceed 8 billion by the year 2020. The negative impact of population growth on all of our planetary ecosystems is becoming appallingly evident. The rapid growing exploitation of the world's supply of energy and water is a matter of deep concern, and the toxic byproducts of widespread industrialization have increased atmospheric pollution to dangerous levels. Unless nations will agree to work together to tackle these cross-border challenges posed by population growth, overconsumption of resources, and environmental degradation, the prospects for a decent life on our planet will be threatened. The recent UN meeting in Cairo has appropriately focused on one of these key issues, population growth. But the controversies which have erupted at the conference illustrate the problem of coming to grips with issues that are deeply divisive and which have a profound moral dimension. The United Nations can and should play an essential role in helping the world find a satisfactory way of stabilizing world population and stimulating economic development in a manner that is sensitive.
We're running out of time, so I'm gonna show you this one. Notice 2009.
Okay, a few deities are important, Molech and Baal,
Notice how I look.
and I'll get into them later. Also, Osiris, Horus, and Amun-Ra. Now, whites long ago, the Greeks specifically, used to go to Egypt and learn, including Herodotus. They used to travel down the rivers to many...
I'm going to end it right there. As you can see, whites used to travel down the many waterways into the river, into the Nile. The Nile deltas, the many little mini rivers I was talking about. And I've now shown you about 100,000 views if you add them all up and consider that they were frozen.